Test, test. I'm not going anywhere yet, dude. Test.
Yeah, Mike, I'm trying to log in now.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, you should. It's YouTube Live slash on air Google Hangout, so shouldn't be too difficult to hop on.
I just clicked this Hangout link, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I clicked that link and it says please wait, blah 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 blah. Google Hangout. And then it comes up with Hangout help, Hangout video and phone calls and firefighting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this link and put it in Google Chrome.
Yeah, try that.
All right.
Because it's an open event, so you should just be able to click the link.
Yeah. When I click that link, I just get
If that's giving you, let me see.
What I'm gonna do is, I guess I'll do this little update, I guess.
And then have you talked to Paul? I don't see that he's on the. Okay, I show well, there was a viewer for a second there.
Yeah, I talked to him. I'm texting him, told him that you sent the link.
Okay.
for some reason, like it's just giving me this hangout video and phone call. Like it's not sending me to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fix problems, uninstall, fix problems.
It's not letting you just join the call?
Nah,
That's strange.
It's
Let
just
me.
giving me like hangout. What I'll do is I'll go to hangout. So it says, hi Ben, get started by calling or messaging a friend now. Which is my Google Hangout, but it's not your link to your Google Hangout.
Here. Here, I just sent you an invitation, a direct one. Is Van at fasthomebuyers.com? Is that your Google one?
Yeah, I just got your invitation.
So try that.
I got that somewhere, bro.
Looks like Paul's on.
So Paul is on, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Paul, can you hear me? Paul, can you hear me? Well, I hear Paul in the background. So.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
I'm here.
All right, Paul. All right. Boom. So then we're just waiting on you, Van. Paul, did you have any issues getting on the call with the first link I sent? Now I can hear you. Your mic is working. I hear you, and it sounds like there's someone in the background as well.
No.
Yeah, I hear you. What on, Paul?
And that's why there's been a lot of controversy about it. That's why
My mic, I have no idea. Audio, video call problem.
Mayor in the town that I'm from.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem. I didn't have.
Yeah, because Paul was able to come right in. Do you have Van? Do you have a regular Gmail account? One is gmail.com.
Yeah, just send it to djsrealestate@gmail.com.
Let's try that. All right, spell that out for me again.
Jacob Sam. Real estate @gmail.com.
Yes, federal funds, yeah. Never used it before the town.
All right, let's see if this works.
She called out now.
Hey, Paul, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, it's picking up your audio, so I think your mic might be good. Hey, Paul, at the top of your screen, go ahead and click the microphone button that says mute microphone, and that'll because there's a lot of background noise over there for you. Perfect.
Just letting you know, I'm just still waiting on that link to come in. And just to let you know, Mike,
Yeah.
that Fast Home Buyer, that is a G Suite account, so it does go to Gmail.
Yeah, I'm trying something because I see Paul was able to get logged right in. So just trying to troubleshoot a few things to see what we can do to help.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know what's happening, my brother. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, here, I can still basically kind of walk through it, and this is it's recording this, so I can probably just send you the recording if you want to look at the recording later, Van.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's go ahead and get started.
All right, cool. All right, and then Paul, you can still hear me, correct? Awesome. I wonder why it's flickering like that. All right. There we go. Okay, Paul, can you see that? Awesome. Okay. All right. So one of the first things I did, and Van, you can still hear me, correct?
Yep. I hear you fine.
Awesome. Okay. So
I was able to get in. I had to go into Internet Explorer.
are you on the call now?
Yeah, I'm on the call now. I'm unmuted.
Let's see. Oh, look at that. Aha. Okay, cool. Well then can you let me go ahead and hang up the phone. All right, can everyone hear me? Well, Paul, I know you can, but Van, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or whatnot if you can hear me. Or we could unmute you. Whatever's easier. Ah, come on now. Hello?
Hey, Mike, just letting you know I don't have a microphone on my computer. But I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so just open up the chat. Yeah, there's a chat on the side. And then type in there if confirm that you can hear me.
All right. I don't know what the chat.
Look on the left of your screen. Bingo. All right. Perfect. So one of the first things that I did was, I wanted to really take a moment to break down the competition that not just people that are in your area, but people that are actually aggressively marketing the keywords that you're going after and really the goals of your campaign. And I was able to come up with some pretty interesting stuff. Before I really dive into some of the different angles that I think that we should try, I want to just confirm what we have in play right now. I have been seeing a few I have been seeing some ads. It looks like maybe they're retargeting ads or whatnot on Google Display, and I'm still seeing those. So are we actively running ads right now? Okay. Okay. And how much? What would you say that what type of return would you say that we've gotten on those? Have we gotten phone calls generated from that? What type of response did they generate? Okay. Any phone calls or just opt-ins? Okay. Okay. And those leads were going to the to a ClickFunnels page, correct? Okay. Van, are you the one that set up the landing page, or would that be Paul, or was that someone else? Okay, no worries. That's easy to clean up. We just want to make sure that when they end, we shut that campaign down or whatnot, and then we are funneling and tracking this new campaign effectively, so we can really get an idea what's happening where, because the life cycle of your buyers is a little bit longer than someone in like e-commerce. So that being said, for something to count as a conversion, or for you to be able to create revenue out of one of these leads that we generate online, what needs to happen? Is that you need to be able to get on the phone and they sign paperwork with you? How can we create a conversion? Okay. to for you to convert someone, for you to make money off of that lead, right? What needs to happen for you to be able to convert them? For example, if you were selling a product, they would go to a sales page and they would check out, right? If you are, if we're looking for phone calls or whatnot, then you generate the phone call, you get on the phone, and then you close them down. If it is, you want to create a in-person meetup, right? We can send them to like a scheduling form to have someone actually meet them in person. That's pretty high on the chain as far as like friction, but that is an option that people work on as well. So for you, what would you say is the ideal, scenario for you to be able to close that lead? Okay. Okay. So what that is we need to have lifetime or life cycle marketing, right? So we have our, of course, you want to be able to generate leads and get them on to an email list, but it it would probably be easier, right, to get them on the list first, right? And that's why as we're about to, review, you'll see a lot of the competition or whatnot. They try to set it up where they're giving them a home evaluation, or they're giving them something up front, like a report up front, to capture the lead information and then get them into the email automation, right? And then with your email automation, that is where you know get them onto the phone, right? Set up a phone call, and that might be the ideal setup for right now. Is like, hey, look, generate leads, get them on the phone, close them down. Generate leads, get them on the phone, close them down, and then as we start getting data on the leads and what they're saying, then we can do stuff to help refine them, or make them more like what they need to be for an ideal client. Does that make sense? Exactly. And that's that. You have multiple businesses, right? With each marketing campaign, we want to definitely focus in on the the specific buyer for that specific business, right? So the approach that we take with Frontier Realty, right, where you're targeting buyers and sellers, is a different angle than fast home buyers, where again you're looking for distressed sellers specifically, right? So that is something different, where we may take a more high level informational, trusting branding type of an approach with Frontier Realty. Now, when it comes to the here, let me share my screen. When it comes to this initial campaign, which is, like I said, I want to focus in on the distressed buyers, then I have some angles, and these are going to be what we really want to zero in on, is speaking to someone directly, addressing their issue directly, right? These are some of the different problems that they may have, right? And that will make them need to sell their house fast. So, inherited a distressed property, that is an ad angle, right? And we're talking about whether it's, in Facebook or in Google, right? We're just talking about the hook itself right now. So these are different hooks that we can take. And right now, yeah, inherited a distressed property, that is what we would consider ideal, right? From our discussion. But when it comes to click-through rates, we may not necessarily know which of these angles is going to give us the lowest cost lead and the easiest conversion. So these are different ad angles that we can test. So, again, if you have copy talking about inherited distressed property, you can do 2 different images and boom. So, we have a bevy of different ad angles that we can build off to find the one that is going to convert best for, again, this fast home buying type of an approach, right? And then when it comes to the actual targeting, one thing that we can definitely do is, of course, geo-based, Paul. I'm sure you're already, looking at that and already had a grasp of that. But, inside Facebook, I definitely recommend we also go after the likely to move category, because, again, those are, people that are even more inclined to make some type of a move quickly. We can also target our competitors, then especially. That is a big opportunity that I saw just doing some keyword research or whatnot. When you look at, for example, housebuyersofamerica.com, right? You can actually, if someone is, say, going to their website, or excuse me, like, let's say someone is looking up house buyers of now, see, someone may just be looking up your competition, right? But look at this. People are targeting your competition's keywords, or the name of that business itself. And you can actually, their actual name of their business, and a lot of times is a cheaper keyword than the actual cost of like the problem. So for example, it could be, we buy houses or, buy houses or whatnot. But then when it comes to the actual keyword itself, you can target House Buyers of America because they are already getting traffic to their website. And then you can actually pull away some of their traffic. And that's a major, major opportunity for you because you see what they're paying like in their cost per click for some of the different houses and some of those type of keywords. Going after their name directly, whether it's again on Google or on Facebook, right? That can be a major, major opportunity to get to benefit from what they have in place right now. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay. Now, I also think that we should do when it comes to our funnel, we want to take like a multi-step approach, almost emulate what works in real life, right? You meet somebody the first time, are they maybe ready to, let you make them a cash offer on a property upon the first time they meet you? Maybe, yeah, if they're super, super motivated, but maybe they're just in like an information gathering mode. Like you always want to picture yourself at a trade show, right? That is, when I talk to people that have offline businesses and they're trying to really start something online, I always say think about your business, your offer, your funnel as you're at a trade show, right? And if you're targeting and who you're going after, if you're going after the right people, then those are trade show attendees. Oh, you sell tech? Great. You have a whole bunch of early innovators and tech heads at your trade show. Oh, again, real estate, this type of stuff happens. You would set it, maybe people are coming in to find out about buying or selling homes, right? Maybe it's just for sellers, right? And then everybody has their own booth, right? What's the difference between your booth and that guy's booth? Oh, that guy's booth is doing really, really well, right? What is he giving away? So that the type of thing that you would say give away at a trade show, that is the sort of thing that you can also offer online to people at the top of your funnel, and then you can retarget them back into the hey, let me make you an offer. And again, that can start to mirror what it's like in real life. So what I was seeing is a lot of sellers or people that were targeting seller leads, or in some case buying leads, right? They'll give away some sort of a free guide, a free giveaway. And again, you can picture someone doing this at a trade show. Oh, you're looking to buy your first home? Hey, here's a free guide so you can secure the lowest rates, avoid the biggest mistakes, and get it right the first time around, right? Oh, hey, you're looking to sell your house? Hey, here's how you can sell your house in Prince George County faster than ever. Or here's how you can maximize your return when you need to sell your house. Oh, hey, you have a distressed property? Here are the biggest mistakes. This guide reveals the biggest mistakes that people make when they're trying to sell a distressed property that costs them money in the long run, right? Something like that. And then you can give somebody that, and they'll gladly give you their email address in exchange. Now they're in your automation. Does that make sense? Cool. So when it comes to ideas for giveaways, right? And this is not something that we necessarily have to come zero in on right now, but I'd like to within the next 48 hours in case we need to create something. And again, we want to be able to take this new funnel live as quickly as possible. So, maybe it's a 7-day home sellers guide, right? I mean, if I wanted to sell my house fast, or if I had an issue, and you told me, hey, I can do this and it'll help me sell it in 7 days. What do I need to know to sell it in 7 days? Like that could be pretty compelling. And, or again, the, free video reveals the number one biggest mistake, distressed home sellers make, right? Watch this before you even think about selling. And then you can get somebody onto like a free video. And then, at the end of the video, you can tell them to call you. So there's different approaches, but I would definitely give them something that is going to speak to their need, but also provide instant gratification. Right. Paul, turn your mic on for a second.
Yes.
All right, I can hear you.
That's so readily available.
No, that's what I was saying. They can just download it after they input the information.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for example, if you're saying if someone were to, download the free report or download the free guide, blueprint, whatever it is that we call it, then show them that video right afterwards.
Yeah, it would just automatically, the next time they can read, it'll just refer them to that page. It's like once they hit download, it'll just automatically transfer them to that page. Like the next page will load up with the video. So they get the document and the video.
It's a brand.
Yeah, you sound a little bit blurry there. Can you say that again for me?
Let's say they'll download the document and the video. They'll download the document, and then after they download the document, the video will be next page after they hit save. So it just redirect them to the video page.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how we can, that's a way to shorten the buying cycle in a sense of, hey, obviously we want the person to get on the phone, right? The shortest path from point A to point B right now is, hey, take them from online to on the phone with someone that can close them. And then we can add extra steps later. So, that being said, hey, boom, whatever it is that we say they download, whether it's that free seller's guide, right? Or, what is extremely popular, which we'll explore more in a moment, a free property value report or whatever, they put in their information, boom, now you have them as lead. Now they're in the opt-in sequence. And then on your thank you page, that can be like a quick video. Again, you can shoot it from your smartphone. It doesn't have to be something complicated or expensive or done up. Really, it's this is your chance to kind of build a bond with the person that you're talking to. And regardless of what they download, I would tell them that video, I'll make it the #1 biggest mistake, distressed home sellers make. If you are in X, Y, Z, A, B, C, E, F, G situation, I know what it's like. I see it happens to people all the time, and they're forced to make a really quick decision on their properties. And sometimes in that desperation, they make really, really expensive mistakes. Right now, I want to reveal 3 of them to you just to make sure that you don't make them on your first go around. And then boom, you immediately establish some trust with them there. At the end of that video, you can say, hey, if you're in that situation where you do have to sell your property, I'll be happy, let's set up a time to talk. I'll hop on the phone with you. We'll go over exactly what your situation is, and then we'll see, what we can do to help. Basically transition right into what would be the warm offer, right? And that is, again, to get on the phone, to try to qualify. And then if they do qualify, right, they can get up to $2,500 cash advance, right? So if you think about it from the grand scheme of things, you have your cold traffic, right, going to, this sort of a thing, this sort of a instant gratification offer, right? And then on the thank you page, bam, they can request a free strategy session to talk about their property and what their options are. And if they do qualify for whatever, you can make them a cash offer, on the spot, and they can get up to $2,500 cash advance, within 24 hours. Something that something that entices them. But again, it's not some, hey, I just met you, let's get on the phone and have $2,500 for you. So Van, what are your thoughts on a process like that? Yeah, the 2,500 is an incentive, right? And it's something that should be that should be thrown in, but that's better for like someone that's warmer, right? Right. Exactly. Because you also want to think about it perception wise. You know what I mean? Like think about if you're again, you know, this online thing is not as complicated as so many people make it. You're in a trade show. Let's take it back to the trade show. Okay? If someone has never met you before and you're standing on the top of your table screaming, I've got $2,500 right now, come sell me your house. Oh, you need to sell your house fast. I have $2,500 for you. Come talk to me right now. That that sets a different pre-frame. That changes how someone may look at you versus, oh, hey, look, you need to sell your home fast. Hey, here's a 7-day blueprint. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah. Talk to me a little bit more about what you have going on. What's your situation? Oh wow. You know what? I was literally just last week I was talking to someone named Madeline. She had the exact same situation. Her father passed away, and she was left with this property, and the value on it was falling apart. She had no clue what to do. She was already working more than full time with 2 kids. A million and one things going on, and then having that property, having that fall into her lap and create that much pressure on her, it nearly drove her crazy. And when I sat down and really talked to her about, what her options were, I could see, just like if it was like a burden being lifted off her shoulders, helping her get that clarity, helping her understand what she could actually do, whether it was, me stepping in and buying the property for her, or, what are some of the other different options that she had, after reviewing everything, you know, and really weighing out the good and the bad, she decided that it would be easier to go ahead and just sell me the property and not have to worry about it anymore. Because again, I'm able to take care of all the paperwork, all the headache, all the hassle. And I was actually able to get her a $2,500 cash, advance on the property, within 24 hours because she qualified. Now, I don't know for a fact that you'll qualify, but let's set up a strategy session and, let's talk and let's see what you have going on. Maybe I can do the same thing for you. And essentially, everything I just say there is what we do via email, via remarketing, and via, our video landing page. Right? That's what you need to communicate. Hey, you understand where they're at. You know what to do so they don't have to feel so overwhelmed. You can help them get rid of it fast. And if they're able to make a quick decision, you can put some money in their pocket right away. And now we have a little bit of a different offer there. Sound good? Okay. Beautiful, right? Because again, hey, now we're talking about, when we're talking about warm remarketing, anybody that has seen this giveaway or tried to get their, property value report, which again we'll explore shortly. Now we are remarketing them to, you have one version where it's like, hey, your guide is on the way, in the meantime, watch this. And then we have like another variation of that sort of a page where, it's again, either a testimonial video or a video like what I just described, and then a request a free strategy session on your property. So that would be where your retargeting traffic is going to go to. So the page for this, you're cold, page for this, you're warm. Take the exact same marketing budget that we had before, exact same amount, and just split it. So do like 70-30, 70 cold, 30% on remarketing, or you could do 60-40 depending, right? And and you just rock people like that. Because once that comfort level is built, telling someone, hey, that looks that much better because the trust factor is already built in. So that being said, I do want to point out what I'm seeing is really, really popular landing page or a landing page style, and that is I had a brain fart. Sorry, folks. Okay, yes, get your instant home value, right? That is being used by a lot of people. Is it here? Yeah. Okay. So I'm seeing a ton of examples of find out how much your home is worth. That is a really hot angle when it comes to online online traffic driving, online marketing. When it comes to some of these real estate page designs, they're pretty simplistic, but the ones that are hanging around, right? Again, they're all trying to get you to, this page is not necessarily that well done because they're trying to do both, and I always say do one or the other, right? But again, estimate your home value. They run a lot of traffic to that. That's why it's being featured in this landing page gallery that I'm showing you right now. But again, that is, as far as like 2018 styles, like that is a big thing that people are doing. Find out how much your area, how much your home is worth. Right? Find out how much your home is worth. So you could even do, I know that we're targeting with 3 different states. You could speak to that. If you have ads that target people in VA, right? Find out how much your Virginia home is worth, right? That sort of a thing. Get them to put their email address in. Boom. Now I've got your contact information. And then on the next page, you can ask them for some more information about their home itself. And then then you're really able to take it from there. One thing that I noticed that a lot of the competition that you mentioned before, they take the angle, hey, get an offer, but they don't tell you what you're worth. So if you're in information gathering mode, you may not be ready for this. But when you look at some of the people that are actually have an online game put together, they are, a lot of them are coming in and they are they're trying to get you to put in your information and find out how much your home is worth, what you can get for it, right? See, all this is like, hey, okay, get your fair cash offer. Well, what is my home worth? What is my home worth? You already know that this isn't, it's just a little bit of a different approach. I do like that they have the chat feature. That's something that, you may want to rip. But, again, one of the most popular landing page designs that I'm seeing is, at least for people who have a pretty good ground game put together, is like this the instant home evaluation. Now, there are programs that can tell you what it is, right? And then there's ones where it's like, you just have them put in their information, and then you can kind of get back in contact with them. And then another approach that I also saw that we may want to consider, and this may, I would almost split test it, and that is going for the Facebook lead ad option, right? And again, because then with that, you can say, hey, hell, this speaks exactly to what we were just talking about. Prince George home values are up. Do you need to sell your property fast? Now's the time to get the most for it. Find out what your home is worth. Boom. So there's some urgency there. There's some specificity there. And then, this is just a lead ad. So when they click that, they don't ever have to leave the Facebook platform. They just put their information in right then and there. They can see a little landing, some bullets, and put their information in. And then you can use that as, a way to get, cold leads. And then again, you're remarketing to those leads. You are, using email to get back in contact with those leads. And, I wouldn't recommend asking for too much information when you're trying to give them their home value, but, maybe you can get their phone number too and start calling those leads. So, Paul, I know you've done some of this before. What are your thoughts on, using a Facebook lead ad versus the traditional traffic to a landing page and so on and so forth? Cool. So just to play devil's advocate, or at least be fair and present the other side, right? The lead ads they typically have a lower cost per lead because the person doesn't have to leave the Facebook platform, right? They can just kind of put their stuff right in. Facebook has that information, so it can plug it right in, and they just submit, and you can export that to your CRM, or you can download the leads and load them wherever you want them to go. And then again, you can connect it to your automation. I think you said you use Infusionsoft, right? If so, I believe that you can hook it right into it. So there's an option there. But people are saying that exactly, Paul. So yeah, there's that, and that can be a good lead gen source. What I've heard, I haven't extensively used lead ads. A lot of we take the traditional approach more often. What I've heard is that the lead ads don't necessarily convert as well as ads that are driven to a landing page and then converted from there, and then also it enables you to test landing pages, test approaches, and whatnot. So we do lose some control over the landing page. We lose the ability to make them an offer on the thank you page. And then, there is the possibility of lower, not quite as much awareness created as if you sent them somewhere else where it was, more controlled. For example, if it's a lead ad, I'm on Facebook, I do it really quick and I'm gone, and I could be exposed to 12, 13 other things, in a short amount of time, and completely forget about the lead ad that I completed and what's coming to my email address versus, I do it, I go here, I complete this thing, I'm on a thank you page, you can show me a video right then and there. You are indoctrinated a little bit more when you take that approach. So again, lead ads, faster turnaround, probably more leads, probably lower cost per lead, but we do take a hit in the sense of what we can control when it comes to the environment, and we probably take a little bit of a hit as far as what we can do with the awareness and connection that we can create right away. So, those are the two sides that need to be considered with that. The lead ad or the Facebook ad? Yeah, for sure. I'm all about trying it. I'm all about speed to market. Yeah, because lead ads can be. The best way to look at it is this. I mean, it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test. Campaigns, can take some time to kind of hit, right? But that's why you do paid advertising, because you can fail faster and you can find, that sweet spot faster as long as you go into it with a plan. So, obviously we have a plan here. We can test different angles. We can test lead ad versus, a landing page. We can test, putting a video here, putting a video there, just because you only have to find the sweet spot once, really. You're one funnel away, like, the ClickFunnels guy always says, you find it once, a lot of money is made in a short amount of time. Van, you still with me? Beautiful. Okay. So speed to market wise, it might be faster to just go with the lead ad. We can take that live. But again, we're still going to have to create a page for the remarketing. So it's, a landing page. That process is still going to need to kind of be created within ClickFunnels. But speed wise, we could probably get a lead ad offer. We can get something like that up really, really quickly. And Paul, I'm sure you agree that's, the speediest route. Okay. So then what we need, right? Obviously we need the ads and the angle there. We also need to decide exactly what the initial cold offer is going to be, right? Because okay. Okay. Yeah, Van, Paul and I will probably talk a little bit longer, just to kind of get on the same page. And I guess you just want us to tell you the, what we come up with specific wise. The only issue with that is it might create some feedback. Well, let's just do this. Van, I'll just give you a call a little bit later just to kind of recap. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, Van, good luck. Hey, Paul. Hey, let me here, post your cell phone number. Let me just give you a call because we don't have to really do the screen share part right now. We can probably get through this pretty quickly. Oh, okay. Okay. So lead magnet wise, again, for a cold offer, the again, if we're talking just speed, we could probably, do something like this, and have them, get a free home evaluation, something that they can get really, really quickly. So, um, and then he can kind of create that manually or maybe use like a template to give somebody something quickly. But that's going to be some legwork on his end as far as getting the home evaluations out to the leads. That's not necessarily something that's automated, because uh, that's their home value is going to change, right? Versus if we can create some sort of a blueprint or like 7-stage checklist or something like that for sellers, then that can be made once, saved as a PDF, and then that can be automatically delivered by email automation. And then he doesn't have that additional pressure, right? And then from the email, then we can say, hey, hop on the phone for a strategy session and a customized offer. Does that make sense? So what do you think? What do you think we should do? Do you like go see? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's all kind of different ad big for each lead magnet, right? For each offer giveaway, you have ad variations. So, for example, if it's a 7-day guide, right, to selling your home, you can have, hey, like, do you have this situation? This 7-day guide will help. Oh, have this situation. This 7-day guide will help. Oh, you're confused about this. Boom, this will help. And then again, you can take the same approach. Do you have this situation going on? This video reveals that. So there's a lot of things that we can test over time, but I would probably start with one offer and then testing different messaging angles for the offer, and then seeing if we could find, and then going to another offer, because there's so many things that we can test at the same time. Yeah, but I do like the taking that video and putting that right on like a thank you page or whatnot, so they can see it quick, and we can use that and a free lead giveaway. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, with testing, you can, if it's a good offer and you get it in front of the right people, you know, that's, that of course we can do that, because ideally, as offers get stale, ads get stale, offers get stale, and having that pipeline of offers, to slide the next one in after one gets old. That's awesome. So I think that long term, there's a ton of stuff we can do. Question is, what are we going to do first? Yeah, if someone's trying to sell fast. Inside ClickFunnels, are you asking me, have I made pages before or pages for this for Van? Okay, no, I haven't, because again, we didn't have an offer. You know what I mean? Or funnel structure, or so it wouldn't have made, yeah, it wouldn't have made sense for me to try to throw something together, and then they're not aligned with any ads or anything. So the what I would like to see, is if you've already, again, we know what the problems are. I'd be interested in seeing some of the ad copy that you put together, just to see kind of what angles that you may have taken there, to see if some of that can be translated into the landing page. Like, okay, you speak to one problem, landing page also reflects the problem. Hey, the solution is this free giveaway, whether it's get on the phone or get a free offer, or whether it's take this guide. And then I can follow up with Van when I talk to him a little bit later this evening, and then find out what will be easier to create. It's just angles and congruency. You know, anytime you can at least have your ads and your landing page aligned, someone's not going to be in shock. Hey, this said one thing and now this says another, and I don't see anything in common. You're hurting your conversions for no reason. But again, it's really about just consolidating what we have, so it's not we're not working in opposite directions, right? So what I'll do is, obviously I'd like to see what type of ad angles that you came up with. I'm going to follow up with Van a little bit later and find out, what it would take to, to be able to get some type of a checklist or seller guide, or, what his thoughts are on, what we could deliver the fastest, right? And then once I know what that offer is, then we can build a landing page around that, get that live, then ads to go to that landing page. And then of course, a second, then we would have, a thank you page version of, a request a consultation, and then an actual, standalone version of like a request a strategy session page that our email follow-ups and then our remarketing will also send traffic back to. And then, maybe we can even throw a timer on that page or something to increase urgency. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Just some ideas. Again, it really, I write ads, man. I write a lot of direct response copy, so I know like what it takes to polish and create. Like, you don't have to send me the polished version. I just want to see what type of hooks you came up with and what type of angles that you came up with or whatnot. It doesn't have to be all the extra shit. And then, did you have Facebook ads and Google display ads copy, or is it just Facebook ad copy that you had? Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, send it over. Send me what you have. Don't worry about like, top and the bottom and all the extra stuff. Awesome. Yeah, just share me on whatever you have. And then that way I can take a look at, and then I'll share you on some of the stuff that I'm putting together so you can get an idea what we're looking at. And it'll just be super easy if we're just taking money out of the same bank of information. All right. So I'll connect with Van. We'll get that. We'll get the pages up. Then you'll get the ads up. When it comes to targeting, again, you do this. I'll let you kind of target and set that up. But I definitely, you can get some good stuff on Facebook from kind of where they're at, what their income is, and again, that likely to move. That'll be useful. But if I don't have to actually go in and do the pixeling and setting up the ads and ad manager and going in AdWords and dealing with all that, I'm happy. And then I'm sure you're happy if you're not having to do all the messaging and all the strategy and all the other stuff anyway. So I think it's win-win. All right, cool. Awesome, man. So yeah, I'll let you do things that you're good at and you like doing. Let me do things that I'm good at, I like doing, and we'll help this guy blow his stuff up. So yeah, I'll connect with Van, and then I'll connect with you, and then we'll take it from there. All right, buddy. Happy hunting. Talk to you later.